Colson Cluster ground view for the carport on near 1640. What we have is this tongue and groove V-groove siding that was used over here. What we're finding, or they're finding, is that the bottoms of this is absorbing water and going bad. You can see right here, I do not want to pull it apart, but this is very, very rotted and very, very bad. And you can see all the ants here too that are running up through here, and that's why this moisture just starts getting in here. And I've noticed as I walk around and look, it's way worse on the sidewalk sides because the water splashes and gets up behind that. So there's a couple important things here that need to be done. One is we need to keep the water from getting to the bottom edge of any of these boards. And that can be done in a couple of different ways, but from about 3 to 4 inches up, and the rest of the way, this siding is solid. It really doesn't need to be replaced. So there's a couple of options that could be done to try to replace this. And one is where we just come up as far as we need to come up, all the way across, determine that, chalk a line, and cut it off. And then take a board that runs this way, the length of the bottom of the carport that butts up to the bottom of these, so it wouldn't overlap it per se, it would butt up to the bottom of it. And then that seam could either be sealed and painted. You'd still see it, but you know, it would look like a transition place. It would look good. Or the other option would be where we cut into this wood, cut into it all the way across and fabricate a piece of flashing that goes into the wood and comes down over the board. And then that seam where that cuts into the wood and goes into that would need to be caulked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to propose a price for the entire unit here on the carport near 1640, and then what we can do is break that down and do a cost per foot for any other carports, because they're different sizes. There's a couple different sizes in here. But as I walk around, and it's hard to pick up on camera, but I'm looking, and there is some, you know, some bad wood there. But all in all, there's no more than 3 or 4 inches high of deterioration on any of this wood, and that would take care of the problem. The other thing that you could do would be to cut a line the same way and put this same wood in and have a seam all the way along there. Here's the problem with that. When you only have a foot or so of this wood, that foot will warp faster than a lengthier board. So because it's running this way up and down, I would not recommend doing that. I think you'll have more problems faster when we're looking at long-term longevity of this lasting. The first idea with the board, and here's the thing, the board that we're going to put along there could be a PVC synthetic board, a fiber cement board. I would recommend synthetic, and then it will never rot. And they come in white, so really you wouldn't even have to paint it if you didn't want to. The thing is, it might be a little different white, like a more glossy white or something than this. So, but even when you do paint it, if it's painted with the right paint, the carports are going to need to be painted every, I would say, 5 to 7 years maximum. And depending on the quality of paint that we use nowadays, there's some high quality paint that lasts if applied correctly, and this would resolve the issue. If you are interested in replacing all the siding, that would be very costly. If you do it with the same stuff, there are other alternatives, but obviously it's going to change the look of the entire community, and it would need to be approved. There's some vertical vinyl siding, there's some vertical fiber cement sheets that we can get from James Hardie. It's really a matter of what you feel is the best application for you, but these are my initial thoughts. I will provide a quote and email it, and should anyone have any questions, you can contact me. My cell number is 928-6620. My name is Kyle Hoffman, and my email is Kyle, K-Y-L-E, at roofing and A-N-D, more, M-O-R-E-I-N-C.com. Kyle at roofingandmoreinc.com. Thank you.